it's like, what do you do to get her off, get her away or something like that, get her to stop and be like, all right, maybe I might lose him or something. Maybe this is just a little bit too far. And it's like everything you can think of, you try to think of like the worst thing to say. It's not that you have the will to do it. It's not that you're going to do it. It's not that you mean to do it. It's just you're trying to just shock her, to get her stopped for a second. Because at the beginning, she'd get into like these tantrums and stuff, and I would walk out. It doesn't mean I was leaving. It's just I want to get away from that. Because whenever we get into fights, I want to go off to cool off and get away from the situation and everything. She always wanted to be closer. And that's kind of what played off that. She turned the phone off and everything whenever I'd leave. So I wouldn't have a chance to talk to anybody or anything like that. Like the fight I was telling you about whenever I smashed her phone and she clawed my face up and everything. That's why. It's because she would turn the phone off, so I didn't have anybody else.
Were those empty threats?
Of course. Every single one of them. I've never talked to Richie about any of that stuff. I've never collaborated with him or anything like that. And one of the only few conversations I've ever had with him is about like what she does whenever she's upset, and that's her going off to swing. Whenever it got down to like, she'd call the cops. She didn't have no problem doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been like at least 2-3 times she's called the cops and stuff. And the last time was whenever she scratched my face up and everything. Every time she's ever called the cops, I tell the police, whatever she says, that's what happened.
Why did you say that?
Because I want her to know that I'm on her side, and I want them to know that, you know, whatever she wants done to me, go ahead.
Because in your mind you wanted to stay in the relationship, is that correct to say? Is that why
It was never a too low part. There's plenty of times that I should have like maybe respected myself at least a little bit and walked away, but it's my brother.
If you want to take that if you want to.
Hello? I know. Right now? No, I'm fine. I'm just sick. I just threw up. Got 2 pretty cool people here that actually cleaned up my puke, which was very embarrassing. No, right now we're getting into some need to know stuff. Okay?
All these things that we are bringing up to you, Chris, that there's a reason behind them.
I
And that's why
understand.
we're here
I'm
right
kind
now.
of connecting the dots with the whole statement thing and stuff. I'm guessing that's what this is about. It's just,
Connecting the dots with what statement?
he said that he's made a statement or he changed
Talking
the
about
statement.
Richie? Okay.
That's what I'm guessing this is about. To be honest, I came in here figuring it's like, all right, leave the car, anything else, and I figured I'd get some more bad news or something like that, like it isn't mine or anything, because he's tried that crap before too. He's told me, you know, he's not yours, and you shouldn't be coming up here, you shouldn't have anything to do with this and that and other.
When would he tell you these things?
Just to get in my head, just to hurt me.
Where were you? When and?
Oh, in Alabama.
Okay.
This is what I'm talking about the few conversations I've had.
Okay.
That was the second conversation I had with him. Other than that,
This is years ago?
this is years ago.
Yeah.
When's the last time, before November 13th of last year, 2015, when's the last time you and Richie had a face-to-face conversation?
Never. We've never had a face-to-face conversation. And the school thing, whenever it was my grandmother's death, that's the most words we've ever said to either one of each other.
And-
Other than that, it's, you know, look, there's Richie, or look, there's Chris. That's it.
And in the school, we're talking about Longfellow School?
Yes,
The only conversation was,
that's it.
does that sum it up? There was nothing else discussed?
Nothing.
No property given over,
No.
just children?
I'd never give anything to him. No. Richie Richie was a tool to kind of get Angela to back off of me and stop being so harsh sometimes. That's it.
The words that you
But
use,
as
is that
far
what
as,
you're
like-
saying, he was a tool?
That's it. But as far as like actually collaborating with him or being on his side or any bull like that, no. I mean, if y'all need to, you can take the phone again. Everything that y'all need to know is in there all the way up to whenever we got those.
Even if parts of his story don't quite add up, the way he's cooperating is evidence in itself.
You talked about mentioning to Angela that in the heat of the moment in your fights that you team up with Richie and
That's
testify.
only like maybe once or twice.
It's a major red flag that Chris admits to saying something like that, especially since it lines up perfectly with Richie's version of events.
How would Richie get that information?
He would.
If Richie said that you guys did team up and talked about,
I'd say Angela, because Angela was insecure. And the only way that you might even know about that is if she asked him about it or something. Or
if
she
you ever,
probed. Yeah.
I'm actually referring to the most recent one, not
Okay. Okay.
that one, those text messages where she tells you she's gonna take Christmas. Are you remembering those messages coming back and forth between you guys? They weren't fun messages, they weren't friendly, they weren't happy messages. I
It
mean,
was-
that's not a lie, it is what it is, but we can't change that, so it is what it is. After that though, was there a point where you both just said, this is our child and
Yeah. No, it was before that. Texts, emails, and stuff like that. I want to tell you like a piece of that story. What you don't see is the makeup. You don't see us laying in bed at night talking. You don't see us curled up on the couch talking to each other. Or whenever I would go outside and smoke a cigarette or something like that, she'd come out there with me and put her hands around me and we'd talk and stuff like that. That's the stuff you don't see. Things that kept us together. That, I made peace with it. At the point, it just, what happened with the other one happened. There's nothing to do about it. The only thing to do is just move on from it and just, she sees this as such a good thing. Why can't I see this as a good thing? I'm still stuck on the last one because that's the first time I've ever had a miscarriage.
So at this point, by November 13th, is it fair to say you guys were accepting the fact that Angela was pregnant and things
Oh,
had-
yeah,
had
way
changed
before
by
that.
then?
Yes,
Were you committed to this relationship with Angela?
that's the only time I've ever gotten tattooed for any girl. That's the last time I ever get tattooed for any girl.
And were you committed to having this
Yes,
child with Angela, the one she was pregnant with? No matter what?
absolutely.
The detectives decide it's time to apply pressure. A little intensity to see if Chris cracks, lies, or slips up. What they get is something far stranger and far more revealing.
when we talk about information that we have, and again, we're gonna go over it.
And you
it's-
don't have to tell me why. All you gotta do is ask me and I'll tell you.
Well, on that note, if you're assuming it came from Richie,
No, not assuming. It's just, you don't have to.
well, we've talked to other people too. I mean, it's, we put this together and we, as best as we can. And we have information that's given to us, and connect the dots however you feel you want to. But we have information that, obviously that you and Richie had talked about, formulating a plan and working together, and that on the night that she was killed, Richie picked you up at Walmart.
You'll
Did that
watch
happen?
Walmart tapes and stuff. There's no way in hell. No way in hell.
Information that we have is that you walked out to 37th Avenue by the automotive, that driveway.
37. You talking about out by Garden Center?
Yeah, Garden Center, you know, south, or correction, north of there, the avenue.
Uh-huh.
It runs out to Broadway and then it runs to the YMCA going the other way. You know, going west.
No.
You know,
If I ever went far from where the liquor store thing is, or if I ever took my lunch anywhere else than right there, it was over there by the garden center corner where Angela always picked me up in the morning.
Oh.
Other than that, I've never been anywhere else around that building or anything.
so Richie did not pick you up that
No,
day?
there's no way in hell. That's just not possible. If you really need to, you can take and review the cameras and everything like that. Seriously.
Mhm.
If not that, then talk to some of the people that I work with.
Well, I'm just gonna spit it out. He picked you up at that driveway. You guys went to Angela's. He went in there with you on his own admission. And he says, now this is coming from him, that you went in there to try and catch her cheating on you. And that before he knew it, he was standing there watching you stab Angela. Did that happen, Chris?
No. That will never happen in a million fucking years. And Richie's a bald-faced fucking liar that's just trying to bring somebody down with him. Because I promise you, Linda opened her mouth up and told him about me telling the police that morning to find his ass.
Well,
There's no way, man. That's not me. I wouldn't do that to her. There's no way. It's not possible. Even,
Tell us, tell why it's not possible, tell us.
because it's Angela.
Okay.
We've known each other since junior high. The first interaction with each other, besides like watching each other on the bus and everything like that, was whenever she shoved me and I went to shove her back and I actually accidentally pushed her boob. It's like the first boob I ever touched. And ever since then, it's been nothing but an Angela. Angela's the only girl that I've ever not been able to say no to, or not be able to talk to, or not be able to just be like, no, that's it, it's over with. It's Angela. This is the person that I've been kicking myself in the ass over about not going to Mobile with, or not dragging her to Birmingham with me, because then she wouldn't have been through all this shit. She wouldn't have had to go through all this stuff. Would be mine. Would be mine. Even if they turned out to be different genders and everything. We wouldn't be down this road. She wouldn't be where she's at. She would have never had to meet kids. She would have never had to meet Richie or anything like that. But because I didn't stay with her, because I didn't realize what I had at the time, this is where we're at.
This case is really heartbreaking. And it's the way Chris tells their story that turns this case from just a crime into something deeply tragic and human.
She's a fucking liar. And not just that, but time. Not just time, but the people I work with and shit. Not just the people I work with and everything, but the phone calls and stuff. Why the hell would I call her? Why the hell would I keep calling her if I know that she's already fucking gone and stuff?
you know we can answer those questions.
I know, just,
Right.
I'm trying to just I'm trying to live out my thoughts, or just trying to tell you why. It's stuff that doesn't make sense to me, because I was there. I went through this stuff and everything. But for him, yeah, I can totally picture him saying this shit. There's no fucking doubt in my mind. But for me to actually go through something like this, that's not me.
How would he know you were at work that night?
He interrogated the kids every time they went over there. He knew my work schedule and shit, because he'd always ask them who's working and who's not. Sim used to stalk her at her old workplace up there on North Hill to see whenever her work schedule was and everything. He just, yes. She would show up there at work and watch her go to work, and whenever Angela would get out, she would be there and watch Angela go home and shit. They would stay outside our house and everything. They'd act like they were going to the playground and stuff. Whenever they saw somebody come by the windows and everything, then they'd drive off, or they'd just sit there and gawk at us and everything. No, it's very easy for them to do their homework and stuff. Angela, for God's sake, like 3-4 weeks before this shit even happened, I'm not bullshitting you. She's over there at the swing set swinging. Now, whenever Angela has her alone time, like me with my time, is gaming and stuff, like the computer and everything, her thing is swinging. It's not that she's upset, it's just something she likes to do. She's done it ever since she was a little girl. She goes over there swinging. So I pull my chair up to the window. She's already in bed and everything by this time. And I'll watch her from the window to make sure she's gonna be okay. Normally she goes over there before it gets dark and everything. And then these kids start picking on her and stuff, and she goes over there later. She said somebody starts coming at her from the dark while she's at the playground. She actually ran from the playground to the house. Whenever I saw her running, I came to the door to see what was wrong. Whenever she got to the door, she told me what was wrong, and I went over there to the playground to see what the hell was going on. I didn't find anybody. The thing with the door, this is why we didn't want to go down to my grandmother's funeral in the first place, is because we were scared that they were going to do something to like bug the house so that, I don't know, they could get something on the kids or something like that, or us discussing like where we've gone or something like that as far as vacations and shit go.
Remind me about the thing at the door. What are you talking about, the thing at the door?
Whenever she was talking about somebody was messing with the front door,
Is that the night before?
I think so.
Is that what you?
I'm pretty sure, because I remember telling her that, you know, sweetheart, it's probably just the neighbors and everything. So you got a window cracked and they're messing with their keys or something like that. It sounds like the front door. It's easy to mistake that. I've heard it myself before and went and checked it out.
They've danced around it long enough. Now they ask what needs to be asked. No filters, no softening.
Okay, Chris? Did you kill Angela? Did you have anything to do with her murder?
I'm trying to have everything I can do to help solve the murder, or at least show you.
Anything else that you want to add or share with us? I mean, we've asked you everything that we could think of.
I would never take away Angela. Would never take away Angela. It's just not even, it really is. This is something that's final. I understand the full weight of that. It's something that I'm still trying to cope with myself. And understand all of this. Or at least I'm trying to understand the questions and everything. It is insulting and it does hurt a lot. But I'm trying to understand where y'all coming from. But this is Angela. I know it doesn't carry as much weight with y'all as it does with me saying her name. The memories, high school, everything that goes with her name, everything that encompasses her. You don't understand what that is. And I'm trying to explain it to you. And I'm trying to form it into words. But it's not coming out right. But for it to be even possibly conceivable for me to do this, Chris, to do this to Angela, it's not, it doesn't happen. It's not possible. It's like two physical objects existing in the same space. Doesn't happen. I'm trying to explain it to the best of my ability, and I'm trying to convey it. It's just, understand how you can ask. I understand how you can like draw the dots and stuff. At least I'm trying to, and it's just, it's Angela. That's it. This is someone who's gonna have to grow up with not being able to know outside of pictures, outside of memories and stuff. You don't know about me and her fights and everything. And I'm gonna try to tell them about the best things about her and me and stuff. And I'm hoping in God can find me whenever they get old enough. I really do. I'm hoping at least what we gave them in this little bit of time will be enough to actually bring them back later, if not be in their stuff. It's beyond words. It's something that you feel. It's not something that you can really, you can't convey it. It's just not there. And somebody that's been in my life this long, it's a piece of me that's gone. It's something that I've always known is there. It's kind of like, that your ear is there. You don't have to touch it. It hears and everything like that. And now it's gone. Just like whenever I was down there for the 5 years that I was apart from her, she got together with Richie and stuff, and I started drinking myself into, and hopefully, a quick death. I could still go outside, smoke weed, look up at the sky, and know that she's still out there somewhere. There's still a chance. There's still Angela. She's still on this world. Now she's not here anymore. That chance, all of those arguments that can be amended, everything that can be gotten over, any stupid argument, every tiny little thing, every big thing, doesn't matter anymore. It cannot be amended. I can talk and talk and talk, but she's not there anymore. I don't feel her. It's not the same as whenever she was here. It's not the same as talking to her. It's not the same as singing to her. It's not the same as drawing something for her, telling her how much I appreciate her for going to work and letting me sit on my fat lazy fucking ass and watch kids all damn day while she becomes a career person.
Finally, Chris was officially off the hook, but someone still had to answer. So the weight of suspicion fell on Angela's ex-husband, Richie, and his new wife, Cindy. That'll be up in the second part on next Monday. And that's where we end this video. If you like today's video, then drop a line. And if you want to support the channel even further, you can check out my Patreon link in the description below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
This morning, the man in a viral Jacksonville Sheriff's Office arrest video is now speaking out for the first time. Good morning, I'm Bethany Reese. William McNeil Jr. and his attorneys are now at a local church in Ribault. Let's listen in.
Dropping on suspended license. That entire stop was not just pretextual, racial motivated, it was unlawful. And everything that stemmed from that stop was unlawful. What we're not going to do this morning is get in the back and forth between the leaders of Jacksonville. What we're going to do, we're going to focus on the facts. And everybody saw the video. You can release all the body cameras you want, but the body camera, the cell phone footage was unedited. It is a reality. You can talk about a knife being in the car, but it was not a weapon because he did not weaponize it. He stayed calm. The only weapon that day was a Jacksonville Sheriff Office. The nation saw it. Everybody saw it. And we are here for redress and get justice for the McNeil family.
Amen.
Nothing more, nothing less. William have a long road of recovery to go. I'm not going to get in his injuries. You see pictures and things online, but William attended Livingston College, band scholarship. His president is here today. So this narrative, they always have this narrative being, he was a thug.
Right.
He was a criminal.
Yeah.
That's the narrative.
Yes, sir.
But William was doing William was doing everything right.
Everything.
A college student on scholarship, doing what's required of him to be a better person. And all he did was exercise his fundamental rights, his God-given rights, to answer a simple question. Why are you stopping me?
Yeah.
For not having headlights on during the day? Did y'all see the video where the officers came with no headlights on? No windshield wiping? No smoke? No fog? No rain? So anybody would be confused, why are you stopping me?
Yes.
And he exercised their right to answer that question, and they bullied him, intimidated him, broke his window, and beat him and caused permanent injuries. Look, I'm gonna step aside. We got a lot of folks up here to get a chance to speak. Here, we'll come back for a Q&A. We will have limited Q&A with William. His parents is here. Solomon's, Latoya, and his stepfather Alton is here as well, wearing the red. Next, I'm gonna bring up my good friend, my colleague, Attorney Ben. We home, we in Florida, so I had to bring him home. Ben Crump, come on.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so very much, Attorney Harry Daniels. I'm honored to co-counsel with you and Attorney Keefe and all of these great lawyers, Attorney Jackson and Attorney Robinson, because this is a very, very important case. As Attorney Daniels said, when William was stopped, there was no rhyme or reason, no rationale for them stopping him. I mean, this was a classic case of driving while black. And I applaud William McNeil for keeping his demeanor, his calmness. I mean, Attorney Daniels, I thought the trained police officers were supposed to be the ones to de-escalate the matter. They were the ones escalating the matter while this young man represented the best of us. He kept calm. He was trying to de-escalate the matter. He just kept asking simply, why are you stopping me? I mean, think about that. I understand the sheriff said anti-police. No, no, no. It's not anti-police when an American citizen asks, why are you stopping me? That is an American citizen exercising his constitutional rights. That's what William was doing. He was exercising his constitutional rights. And Attorney Daniels and I seek to remind America that we are a democracy, that we believe in the Constitution, and that all American citizens have a right to the protections of the Constitution, that this is not a police state where the police are above the law and that they have no accountability. No, the last time I checked, America is still a democracy, and our citizens still have a right to the Constitution. It goes without saying that the leaders now have to step up and be leaders. Look at that video. Look at that video with your own eyes. Listen with your own ears. We have audio, visual evidence, proof of what happened. Nobody has to narrate it for us. To the sheriff, respectfully, you can't justify this. You can't condone this. You have to condemn this. You have to look at that video and say, this does not reflect our training, our policies, or our values. And you need to terminate that officer immediately. Immediately. Because as Attorney Daniels and I deliberated over this matter, if you don't terminate this officer and you condone this type of police excessive force, then it sends a message to all of the other police officers on the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office team. It tells them it is okay for you to treat citizens like this. It is okay to treat black motorists like this. In America, it is not okay. It is not okay to treat our citizens like this. I know you're going to hear from his mother and father before you hear from William, but Attorney Daniels and I were astonished to hear his father, Alton Solomon, say, when I was 22 years old, the sheriff's department did a similar thing to me. They put me face down on the ground at gunpoint. And it wasn't right then, Mr. Solomon, and it wasn't right when they did it to William. It's never right to treat
I know. That should be running. Keep our hostage. I swear to God, I do not I am freaking out right now.
This is the moment that 25-year-old Steven Strube realized that his mom had done the unthinkable. That chilling realization would crack open the case of a brutal murder, one so complex that even CCTV footage couldn't provide the answers. Born in April of 1984 to Buddy and Mary Allen, Heather Allen Strube was a bright and determined young woman. The eldest of 3 children and the only sister to 2 younger brothers, Heather grew up responsible, mature, and was a joy to be around. She excelled academically and quickly became a role model for her siblings. So it was no surprise when, at just 20 years old, she married her high school sweetheart, Stephen Strube. Heather worked tirelessly at her parents' flower shop, and her dedication eventually paid off when she saved enough to open her own shop. Her mother-in-law, Joanna Hayes, sometimes helped with deliveries, while Stephen worked in construction. 3 years into their marriage, Heather became pregnant with their son, Carson. The pregnancy was difficult and life-threatening, but Heather's strength saw her through. After Carson was born, Heather focused on her recovery and adjusting to life as a mother. But beneath the surface, trouble was brewing. Around Valentine's Day of 2008, Stephen's mother, Joanna, showed Heather a receipt for a piece of jewelry that she had found. Joanna assumed that it was a Valentine's Day gift from Stephen to Heather, but Heather hadn't received anything. Her suspicions grew, and soon she discovered that Stephen had been unfaithful. Heather couldn't handle this betrayal, and it was time to move on. She filed for divorce, and the split turned bitter as the couple fought over custody of Carson. Despite the tension, Heather prevailed, winning primary custody of her son, while Stephen was granted weekend visitation rights. Custody exchanges between Heather and Stephen typically took place on Sunday evenings, and April 26th of 2009 was no exception. The two agreed to meet at their usual spot, the parking lot of the Target strip mall. Stephen arrived at 6 p.m., handed Carson over to Heather, and then left shortly afterward. Heather placed 19-month-old Carson in the back seat of her red Cadillac Escalade and was making her way toward the driver's seat when a strange white man suddenly stepped in front of her car, blocking her path. What followed was a heated argument. Heather yelled for help, her voice echoing across the parking lot. But before the bystanders could react, the man pulled out a gun and shot Heather at point-blank range. She collapsed onto the pavement, bleeding out in a growing pool of her own blood. Meanwhile, her young son, Carson, sat helplessly in his car seat, witnessing the unthinkable.
Cadillac Escalade, you can't miss it. He's laying at the back of the car most of the time. Look at this woman lying on the ground.
Where in her body did she get shot?
Ronald Reagan, there's like a wooded area. He walked back there.
When the police arrived at the scene, Heather was already gone. The brutal nature of the crime shocked the officers. This wasn't just a murder, it was a public execution. The Snellville police launched their investigation immediately, starting with interviews of the eyewitnesses.
Saw him turn around and with a brisk walk head towards her car.
Then what happened?
He approached her while she was closing the back door, and she backed up facing the suspect still, closed the front door, walked around the front of the car, closed her driver door.
Okay.
And then he stood in front of the driver door.
So was he keeping her from getting in the car?
Yes.
So he was leaned up against the driver's door?
Yes, but he wasn't a big guy.
Could you hear what he was saying?
No, I couldn't hear any of that.
What about body language? Based on their body language, what do you think was going on?
She seemed startled, taken aback, I think confused.
Right as I passed her and him, my window was down and she said, "Help."
I noticed his hair because it was poofy and it was really, really dark, and he had a mustache on and it looked really, really fake.
Okay.
And I made the comment to my parents saying, "Oh, look at that guy's mustache." Kind of being a joke, and my entire family turned to look.
They described the assailant as a small, weird-looking white man whose mustache and hair appeared fake.
He said he was wearing khaki pants and he had a mop of hair on his head that almost looked like a wig. He actually walked into the woods.
At the crime scene, police quickly ruled out robbery, as all of Heather's belongings were left untouched. But what truly baffled investigators was the lack of physical evidence. No shell casings, no weapon, nothing. The only clue they had was that Heather had been shot with a single .38 caliber bullet. Eyewitnesses reported seeing the assailant calmly walk toward the back of the Target parking lot, heading down a road that led to a motel near the woods. The police's first suspect was Stephen, but CCTV footage from the parking lot showed him leaving the scene before Heather was shot. Still, investigators couldn't rule out the possibility that he might have hired someone to kill her. The CCTV footage also captured the assailant entering the parking lot, but since the camera was on a rotating system, it didn't record the actual murder. After Heather and Stephen's breakup, Heather had started dating a man named Mike Vicker. The police turned their attention to him, as he matched the description of the shooter, and was noted for his distinct beard.
Yours and Heather's relationship.
It was awesome.
Okay.
It was great. She kept me together. We plan on buying a house.
Who can we talk to or just verify that you were there the whole day and all that?
Anybody that's working.
After interviewing Vicker, it was clear, even to the most skeptical, that he was devastated by Heather's death. On top of that, he had a solid alibi proving that he was at work during the murder. So, with Vicker ruled out, the police shifted their focus back to Stephen. At the time, Stephen was living with his mother, Joanna, and her new husband. When detectives visited the house, neither Stephen nor Joanna was home. However, as they were leaving, they encountered a man who introduced himself as Stephen's cousin. It wasn't long before investigators uncovered the truth. The man had lied about his identity, and it turned out to be Stephen himself. This discovery solidified the police's belief that he was responsible for Heather's murder. Meanwhile, the CCTV footage confirmed the eyewitness accounts, showing the assailant walking towards the woods and in the direction of a nearby motel. While investigating the motel, detectives spoke to a truck driver named Daryl. He recalled being there that Sunday, smoking, when he noticed a strange-looking man who matched the description of the assailant. Daryl said that the man was sitting in a white Ford F-150 taking pictures of the Target parking lot.
Yes, Sam, go ahead with what the male looks like.
He's thin. He was wearing khaki pants and a white blue button-up shirt, and he had a mop of hair on his head that almost looked like a wig. It was black. He actually walked into the woods.
The woods?
Next to Ronald Reagan, there's like a wooded area, and he walked back there.
Interestingly, Daryl mentioned that this wasn't the first time that he had seen the man taking pictures of the parking lot. Well, the issue is that a Ford F-150 is a very common vehicle, making it very hard to track down the owner. However, Daryl added a critical detail that could help them narrow their search. He said that this truck had a custom black trim. But here's the thing. The police knew someone with a white Ford F-150 and a black trim, but it wasn't who anyone expected. When an illustrator worked with witnesses to create a sketch of the assailant, everything became clearer. It wasn't just a man in disguise. It was a woman disguised as a man. Joanna Hayes, Stephen's mother, matched the description of the assailant and owned a Ford F-150 with black trim. However, she showed little interest in speaking with the police. Instead, she provided an alibi, claiming that she was at a Wendy's in a different county at the time of the murder. With Joanna unwilling to cooperate, the police turned to the next best option, Stephen. However, during his interview, Stephen spent most of his time bad-mouthing Heather, labeling her a bad mother and wife, and blaming their divorce on her, despite his own infidelity. The police initially suspected that Stephen and Joanna had conspired to plan Heather's murder. But Stephen's reaction to a video that they showed him suggested otherwise.
Oh my God. Should we run into? She's not possible. I swear to God, I am freaking out right now.
It's her in the street.
Oh my God.
That's your mama.
Oh God. Oh my God. Screwed up my son's life's gonna be. His mom's dead. What, Dad has a mom and killer?
The moment that Stephen saw the footage, he knew without a doubt that the assailant was his mother. Though he seemed to struggle with this truth, the police were able to convince him to call Joanna to see what he could get out of her.
Mom. Hey. I just left the police station. And they showed me the videotape. It looks like you.
It looks like me?
Bob, it looks like you. It looks just like you. Walks like you. Why'd you do it?
I didn't do it.
Bob. Did you do it? Seriously, do not lie to me.
No, I did not.
Joanna had revealed nothing during her call with Stephen, so the detectives decided that it was time to bring her in for questioning, especially after Stephen's testimony. What they encountered, however, was nothing short of shocking.
Just late, my mind's gone. Joanne.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Harold Thomas. That we've met yet. Okay, Joanne, you know we're working a murder investigation, and at this point, you're not under arrest right now. I understand that. We're just going back over the fine details, trying to figure out what's going on. You know, we had your son in here earlier this afternoon, and talked with him for a while. Where are you at on Saturday? Was you home or somewhere else? Saturday before the murder happened.
Luthersville.
You was in Luthersville on Saturday?
Well, I was home Saturday morning. Oh gosh, let's see. Saturday morning.
That would have been the 25th of April.
Saturday morning, we got up. Baby was sick.
This is Carson.
So we stayed, we stayed there till I think it was probably about 10 o'clock. Around time. I don't know, I don't wear a watch.
Okay.
So I'm time challenged too, so I have no idea what time it normally is.
Okay, baby was sick Saturday morning.
Yeah, because our intentions were to get out to the country early because we had some work to do on a rental. But he was sick, so we were waiting around until he got up to make sure that Stephen didn't need us to do anything for him before we left. He got up, was it Saturday we went to Home Depot with him before we left, or was that Sunday morning?
I may have went to Home Depot Saturday, not the Sunday.
So, okay, then Saturday after we got up with him, got off, we went down to the country Saturday.
To Luthersville.
To Luthersville.
To your father's house? Or?
To my parents' house. And then we were back and forth between their house and the rental. We got back to Mandalay, it was, I'd say somewhere in the 6 o'clock hour, because when we got back,
In the afternoon?
In the evening.
Okay.
When we got back, him and Stacy and the boys were getting ready to leave for the evening. That's usually about how our weekends go. We rarely see them. You know, that's...
Okay, so they pick them up every Friday at 6 o'clock. Is that correct?
Normally...
Or is it every other Friday?
He gets in every other Friday.
Okay.
I'm usually not at home.
Okay.
I spend more time in Luthersville than I do here.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You just like it down there, or?
Well, our plans originally were to move out there.
Okay.
Into one of the houses we own out there.
How many do you own down there?
3. And
Is that including on your father's land or somewhere else?
I have...
Because I know there's 3 on his land, including his, there's 3 on his land.
Right. And that's what, we were gonna move into the one, and I had totally gutted it, because we had a renter that set it on fire. So that was the thing, I gutted it out, we were gonna renovate it, but my husband couldn't get a job out there, so it ended up that we rented it out. And I had spent basically the last year out there putting it back together. It took me about that long to put it back together, because I work real slow.
If your father's house is, the driveway right here, his house is right here, there's a trailer right here, it goes around, there's a trailer back here.
And there's one here, there's one here.
And there's one here.
Right.
Which one do you want?
I own this one and this one.
Okay, so you get both of them all rented out?
Yes, and I own one up on a highway up here.
On Roosevelt Highway?
Right.
So you got 3 you own down there?
Yeah.
Okay. But these 2 are not on your father's 5 acres?
No.
Right. Because I think your nieces live back here and some renters live.
Right.
Right there, okay. Which one were you working on Saturday?
This one up here.
The one on Roosevelt Place?
Right.
Is it rented out?
Yes, it is.
Somebody's in it?
Yeah, somebody lives in all 3 of these.
Okay.
So,
you
yeah.
just go do repairs.
Right, well, we have a, drill well that was put in, drill well that was put in this one, and, there was some landscaping that needed to be done around it, and we were going up there to do the landscaping around it.
So you don't get to see, my mind keeps it's just late, your grandson.
Not very often. I mean, Carson. Yeah, usually Steven lives with us, but like I said, I'm normally out at my parents' house. I sleep, for the year that I was working on the one trailer that we were gonna move into, I was actually staying in that trailer. And my husband was coming out there on the weekends that Carson wasn't home. So.
Are you married or not married?
Yes, we're married.
You are married, legally married.
Not legally, no.
No, so you're living together.
You're right.
But you were married at one time.
Right.
Okay, his name used to be Hayes.
Yes.
Okay, why did you change it for?
There was oh my God, how many years ago was that? When we lived in another state, he turned state's evidence for a company he worked for, and the FBI moved us back to Georgia.
Under protection plan?
Yes.
What state were you in?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin?
Yes.
Okay.
But,
How long were you there?
actually 1 year.
1 year?
1 year. And they moved us back here.
Okay, and you kind of the witness protection, are y'all still under that, or
No, he is not.
you're not? Okay.
But,
So did he legally change his name to Finn?
yes,
Why didn't you change yours when he changed his?
because I didn't want to. Didn't like it.
You know the name? Where did Finn come from?
I have no idea.
They gave it to him, or?
Yes.
So is his real name Jack, or his real name?
Yes.
Okay. But y'all call it Gerald.
Right.
Some people do.
Well, that was, because when they moved him, there was a hit out on him, and they actually went to my parents' house looking for him, and that's why we had to move to where we moved to. We couldn't stay where we were.
So your parents knew about the hit out?
Yes, they actually had came to my parents' house looking for him, and that's the one reason we had to move, so.
So Saturday, y'all was at the house, you went
We were
back
at the house.
to Luthersville, and got back about 6 o'clock.
We got back at 6, we ordered pizza. Only reason I can remember because I remember the screensaver saying pizza delivery 7:42, 7:42, and I had left it up all night. Got up next morning, still said 7:42.
Okay.
So we had pizza, went to bed.
And tell me what happened Sunday.
Got up Sunday. Oh, geez, let's see. Got up Sunday. Sunday's the day we went to Home Depot. Me and Steven and the baby went to Home Depot. We got a remote for the ceiling fan. Not for the ceiling fan. We got our ceiling fan remote for light for the dining room. The room that they're changing into a dining room.
You do a lot of construction yourself. Steven said you want us talking about do construction.
My daddy built houses for a living.
Yeah, you
So
know
I'm a little lame, so it takes me a long time to do things, because I can only lift things for so long. My hands and stuff go numb. I have pinch nerves in my back, so it takes me a while to do things, but I can do things. So, it just takes me a little longer. So I have to work for myself anymore. I can't really get out and do things for other people because it takes too long.
The detectives kept their approach casual, engaging Joanna in conversation. So far, it seemed to be working. She appeared lively and cooperative. But things were about to take an unexpected, dramatic turn. As a true crime channel, we dive into a lot of deep, sometimes controversial stories. Stories that can draw attention from people with bad intentions. It's surprisingly easy for anyone to look up our personal details online, all thanks to data brokers who collect and sell our information without our consent. But that's where today's sponsor, Delete Me, comes in. It's a service that we use to protect our team's privacy by removing personal info, like names, addresses, and phone numbers, from hundreds of data broker websites. When we signed up, we were stunned to see just how much of our data was floating around out there. Our first privacy report listed dozens of sites, and Delete Me immediately got to work scrubbing our details. The dashboard makes everything transparent. We can see how many listings have been removed, what kind of data was found, and where it was posted. For a team like ours that works online and often covers sensitive material, this level of protection is essential. But Delete Me isn't just for creators. If you've ever signed up for a subscription, filled out a form, or made an online purchase, your data could be out there too. They also offer family plans, which is great because your relatives' info can appear alongside yours. Protect your privacy today. Visit joindeleteme.com/villains and use promo code VILLAINS at checkout for 20% off your subscription. That's joindeleteme.com/villains, promo code VILLAINS.
What time did you get down there?
I have no idea.
Yeah, none at all.
I think it was about 7:15-ish. I don't know. Because like I said, I don't wear a watch. There's no.
If I told you I can put you down there, it's almost 8 o'clock.
I don't think it was that late. Because I know my parents get home from church by then.
8:30. They get home about 8:30 is what they told me.
I don't know.
And I'm just telling what they told me, it was 8:30 when they got
Well, I don't know. I said I had no
when they
idea.
got home, but.
Yeah, I know I was there before they got home.
Yeah, they said you was there. But I do have somebody saw you pull in around about 5 minutes to 8.
I don't think it was that late.
No?
Mm-mm.
Did you stop anywhere on the way?
I stopped at Wendy's and I stopped at the post office.
The post office, how long did you spend there?
However long it takes to pull in, go in, get your mail, go through your mail, go back out, get in the truck.
Okay.
Wendy's, pull in, eat a Frosty, come back.
All right. What have you heard? What do you know about the murder?
Haven't heard very much. I have no phone, no TV, no cable, no computer.
Man, kind of isolated out here.
Very isolated.
Okay.
They were supposed to turn our phone service on the 1st, and they came out and we didn't have the drop that they needed to turn it on.
At your house on Mandalay?
No, the house we moved into.
Okay. But you just moved out there this past weekend, right?
The 1st.
Okay, that was Friday, Saturday. Yeah. Now let's go back to the murder. What have you heard from people you know?
I haven't been anywhere.
Okay, well, Stephen lives with you, right?
No, not since the 1st.
Yeah, but he was with you up until the 1st. This happened back on the 26th. You didn't talk for a week.
Basically, no. That's what I'm telling you. He goes to work. We don't. That's what people misunderstand, that we live together in the same house. He gets up and goes to work in the morning, and when he gets off from work, he doesn't come home. He goes over to Stacy's house.
How you getting on with Stacy?
Great.
She a good girl?
Yeah.
Okay, they're gonna get married, you think?
I have no idea.
You don't know?
I would assume, but I'm not sure.
Pretty good relationship.
Him and Stacy? I think so.
Okay. How'd you get along with Heather?
Fine. I mean, when they got a divorce, if you ask Stephen, I told her I would pay for her divorce.
Because he was messing around on her?
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he does.
And I did not approve of that.
How about later on? Once the divorce started rocking around, getting closer and closer, things started happening.
They were both doing things that were wrong, and I told them both. You know, they both did things wrong. They both knew they did things wrong. I mean, I didn't chew no fat, I guess, or, I mean, there's nothing that, if somebody was to ask me, did each of them do something wrong in the marriage? Yes, they both did. Were they both devastating to the marriage? Yes, both of them were. I asked them both to go to counseling. I offered them advice. I bought them some books and CDs from, I think it was Joyce Myers. You know, I offered them some people to go to counseling to that me and my husband had went to. You know, I tried everything I could to offer them some help to where they could go.
Did you pay for his lawyer?
I gave him money for his lawyer, which he, does have to pay me back, but
$10,000.
yes.
And the lawyer quit, or y'all got rid of the lawyer?
He got rid of her. I have no idea. You can call her and ask her, that she tried to call me one time and tell me something, as I told her, that's between him and her. I do not want to know anything about it. But what's between them two is between them two. It's not.
This was in fact not true. In reality, Joanna played a significant and controlling role in Stephen and Heather's relationship. Throughout their time together, she frequently interfered, often taking sides and worsening their problems.
Oh my gosh. Last time Carson was sick.
That was?
February, March-ish.
You ain't seen her since then?
No.
February, March?
Mm-mm.
Had y'all relationship deteriorated? Was y'all?
I don't know so much if it has, what you would say, deteriorated, but I can't, if I'm gonna call her and talk to her, then that would be betrayal to my son, I would feel.
Okay.
Since they're going through a divorce, until the divorce is final and something is settled and there's something in paperwork and writing, and he says, okay, it's over with, then how is that gonna appear to him? But I mean, when baby's sick,
ugly.
I don't know. I don't talk to him about it, you know, that's what I mean. I don't ask him questions about it, I don't talk to him about it. But, you know, when the baby's sick, you know, I went with him to take the baby back, to explain to her what we saw, what his symptoms were, what was going on, to make sure that there was, not that Steven, I didn't feel confident that he couldn't do it, but to make sure that it was really, you know, because the baby was running a temperature of 105.
Do you ever know of a time when Heather wasn't there for the baby?
Quite a few.
Like, I'm talking about while they was married.
Yes.
What happened?
I'd rather not go into that. I mean, I'm not gonna bash her.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do
Did
that.
you think she was a good mother?
I'd rather not go into that. I'd rather not.
Did you get along good with her parents?
Buddy was a great guy.
Okay. You didn't care too much for Mary?
And no, sir, I do not.
Why?
I'm not gonna go into that. So ask Buddy's mother.
Well, I have asked her mother, and obviously you don't care too much for each other. I mean, she said the same thing. She don't care too much, but she didn't say why. She didn't tell you the reason you don't care too much for each other.
Who, Nancy? Allen? Oh, no, let's go ask Nancy Allen why she doesn't like Mary Allen.
Who's Nancy now?
Buddy's mother.
Oh, okay. Did you think, how was your relationship with Carson?
With Carson? Fine, as far as I know. I mean, he's 1.5. I mean, what's...
Yeah, he's a little child.
Yeah, as far as I know, I guess he likes me.
Did you spend a lot of time with him? Did you have a lot of time with him?
As far as...
Being grandma, being with him.
I mean, I saw him... I mean, I'm grandma. I mean, I'm there if my son needed me to be there, but I mean, other than that, I'm just grandma, so.
Alright. You knew that they exchanged you at Target 6 o'clock every other weekend?
No, sir.
You didn't know that?
No.
Where'd you think they did it in?
Last I knew, they were supposed to be doing it at Flowers of Old Town. I knew they had exchanged him at Calvary Chapel a couple of times. That's where I went with him the one time he exchanged. I knew they had done it at, I thought, the Walmart near our house once before.
So you never did?
Yeah, I knew they had, you know, done it at several different locations. I didn't know that they had decided that Target was going to be the designated place that they were going to do it every Saturday or Friday.
You knew they had done it at Target and you just didn't know it was with
Yeah, I didn't know they did that every single Sunday and Friday.
Did you ever go with him to exchange the kid? Did you change calls?
Calvary Chapel. And
You did there?
Yeah, I did there and Flowers of Old Town once.
Did that ever cause any commotion? Did that cause any commotion?
No, like I said, I went when the baby was sick. That was it.
The detectives brought this up because Steven's dissatisfaction with the custody arrangement often led to heated confrontations, where he would verbally abuse Heather during exchanges. This forced her to bring someone along for protection. Eventually, when the exchanges shifted to a public location, Heather began attending alone, trusting that the new setting would ensure her safety. Well, sadly, she couldn't have been more wrong.
So your and Steven's relationship are just, it's not close, you're just together? Live together, I mean, it's...
We don't see each other very often. Like I said, we live together. I mean, I would be there for him if he needed me, but I'm never at the house. You know, I am out in the country more than I am there.
How tall are you?
About 5. Well, I say I'm like 5'5", but that was, you know, when I was 15. I've had 2 discs replaced. I like to still think I'm 5'5". I'm probably closer to about 5'3", maybe, if I'm lucky. I have degenerative disc disease, so I get shorter. So.
The handguns we picked up, or they picked up from your house, so 3.
I think something like that. They're
3. Do you have any others?
No.
Are you good with a gun?
I don't know. I haven't shot in so many years.
Used to be?
My daddy used to take us out and shoot. I'm good with a rifle probably, but yeah, he used to take us out from the time we were tiny.
He's retired by
Yeah, he taught us how to shoot.
Except for Steven. He said Steven never did get into it.
Steven's never shot a gun in his life. Yeah. You know, he went shooting with his daddy when he was a wee little tot, probably about 5, but It's never, that's me, I never,
Should interest.
he's never shown, yeah, never shot anything, you know, living or crawling in my life, so, but, no, Stevens, he went deer hunting when he was, I think, 4, and, he came back, but he never went after that, that was it.
Didn't enjoy that at all.
No, he didn't, so, he must have took after his mom.
So the 3 guns you had, you had rifles, but the 3 handguns, were they yours or somebody else's? Or
Those are all my husband's.
your husband's? Gerald?
Mm-hmm.
Does he hunt?
No, those are all actually hand-me-downs from his father.
Okay.
I don't think he's ever hunted a day in his life either, yeah.
Okay. Do you know, go ahead, you just
And I think if there's 3 other rifles I'm trying to sell, are you interested?
No, not really. I like to hunt, but I don't get to do it much. Lost my train of thought just a minute there. I lost it.
I got a question. That's why you think about it. When you left to go to Luthersville on Sunday, what were you wearing?
I'd say probably blue jeans. Probably these shoes. I want to say tank top underneath a. Oh boy, you're really taxing my brain. Let me think hard. I think a gray t-shirt. I think. Because I think I put a hole in it while I was out there.
Did you take anything else with you besides fish?
Oh gosh, yes, a box of papers to burn. We're allowed to burn out there. And, oh gosh, what else? I think a shovel? No, was that Saturday we took a shovel? Yeah, that was Saturday we took the shovels. Because those were out there for digging. Box of papers. A fish. Some wood.
What kind of paper were they?
I don't have a shredder. So it just.
Stuff you want to shred?
Yeah. Well, instead of shredding it, I burn it. He's going out and buying any shredders, my shredders were up. So every time I have a brush pile, I start with my papers.
Now, while there was nothing overtly wrong with Joanna's statement, it did raise red flags for the detectives. They suspected that if Joanna were indeed the assailant, she had likely destroyed any evidence that could incriminate her.
Murder.
Would have been Sunday, whatever time it was, they called.
Who's they?
My husband. When he called and said that somebody, whoever it was, came and picked Stephen up. Picked Stephen up or called. Came and I guess it was when you guys picked him up. He called.
Did he we refused to bring him home?
That was miscommunication. Yeah, because he thought that Stacy had followed. I guess. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay, is that what you understood, that we wouldn't take him home?
Yep.
No, that wasn't true.
Yeah, that's what we found out later.
Okay, when'd you find that out?
Was it you?
Well, I told you when we picked you up the other day.
Okay, I think it was him finally cleared it up for me.
Okay.
That's why I said, see, I don't get to talk to Stephen a lot. I'm like, me and him, it's like, he gets up in the morning, I see him for 5 minutes before he walks out the door. Because by the time he comes home at night, we're in bed. And do you have a glass of water?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want some water?
Oh, please.
Okay, I'll get you some water.
Oh, man, the kidney stones.
You got it?
All of my medication makes my mouth so dry.
You have them often, kidney stone?
If I drink enough water, I won't have them.
Oh, really?
That's the doctor just told me.
I have, they hurt.
Yeah.
They hurt bad.
Convinced that it was time to cut to the chase, the detectives decided to confront Joanna directly with the tough questions.
I want to kill Heather.
I don't know.
Would you?
No.
Y'all never been that far apart?
If there would ever have been anybody in my entire life, it would have been probably my ex-husband.
Steven Senior?
So he was the one who left my poor child sitting in the parking lot while he was in the bar.
Do what now?
I said he was the one that left my child sitting in a parking lot in a car while he was in the bar.
And he's married to your sister now, right?
Yes. Hey, Moses's was worse. Or was it Moses? His genealogy was worse. I had to print that up, but yeah, don't go there. That's not even nice.
I understand now, but we're investigating the murder. Look at all sides.
No, I don't need to marry your sister now.
Do I?
And just now, I asked Stephen, are you calling him uncle or dad now?
Why do you think the courts, and we wasn't there, so I'm wondering, why did the courts award custody, you think, to Mary and Buddy?
I guess because they're investigating me and they think Stephen was an accomplice. And they don't know Mary.
You keep saying that, what's with Mary? Maybe I don't know Mary, which I obviously don't, I just met her through the investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about Mary.
I just don't have a lot of, I guess, use for someone who adopts a child and then gives it away.
Okay. Tell me about a child now. Somebody did tell me she had a child that had...
Hunter, he has slight autism. And when I say slight, I do mean slight. Hunter's been to our house since they got rid of him. That's the reason.
How old is he?
He's the same age as their son, Henry.
Okay, I met Henry. They call him something else there.
Stinky Frank. Yeah, they call him Hank. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's the same age. He's been to our house for Christmases after they got rid of him after they sent him away. The day she had.
Where did they send him to?
He lives in a home with another lady, and believe it or not, the first time we met Mary and Buddy, she came to our house and tried to push a scheme onto my husband and I of her little money, one of her money-making schemes. She's always into money-making schemes. And were telling us how wonderful Heather and Hank were, and how their lives were always going to have to be about supporting Hunter, because they're always going to have to look out for taking care of Hunter. He's going to be a burden on them for the rest of their lives, and how sad it's going to be, and don't you want to drive a Cadillac and all this, that, and that. And I'm like, no, I'm happy with my minivan, and it's fine. And Hunter's always going to be a burden to them, and she goes on and on about this, and then Stephen happened to be over their house one day helping Heather put a flower shop in the basement, and Gerald was in the basement helping him hook up they were running some water lines down there, and Stephen needed some help, so Gerald went over to help him run the water lines. And with an autistic child, even if they're mildly autistic, after you've raised one, even if you don't raise one, you have set schedules, you stick to their routines, you don't push their buttons.
Okay.
Mary pushed his buttons constantly just to get him to throw fits of rage. Buddy travels all the time. That's his job. He was never home, and Mary would push that boy's buttons continually to get him to throw fits of rage. And the day she did this, she didn't know that my husband was in the basement, hearing the whole thing go on, and she pushed his buttons until he threw a fit of rage, hit her, and she called the police and had him taken away.
How old was
I think he was about 13 at the time. And had him placed into a foster home, but she still collects money for him, and that's why they stay living in the three county area. As long as they stay living in those 3 counties, she can still collect money for him while he's in the foster care program. And that's why she stays there.
How long ago? How old is he now?
How old is he? He's the same age. I think he's 18 or 19 now, 20.
Okay, so that's 5 years ago, approximately.
Yeah, about that. And he works. He has 2 jobs. He doesn't get paid for them yet. He's in the sponsor program. He irons his clothes. He makes their other son, who is a high school dropout. They were supposed to homeschool him. They never did. He actually molested Heather. right before Stephen and Heather got married, which you'll not hear about that from the family. Heather went to sleep one day on the sofa. Heather woke up to find her brother on top of her, groping her. She moved out of the house. She went away to school to Auburn. When she came back home from Auburn, she actually moved in with her grandparents until Stephen and Heather got married. Wouldn't live at home with her parents. And Heather hated her mom. And that's the thing, you ask anybody now, they'll sit there and tell, oh, her and her mom had a great relationship. Ask Stephen how Heather felt about her mom. Heather and Tracy Dunn her and Heather were scheming just recently about how to get out of the flower shop away from Mary. Because Mary has been through so many employees in that flower shop, it's unreal.
And Tracy still works there, though.
Mm-hmm.
You think Tracy was Heather's?
Joanna had plenty to say about Heather and her family, but so did the Allens. Heather's parents described Stephen as violent, a claim that he seemed to validate when he threatened to disrupt Heather's funeral after they were awarded custody of Carson. Although the detectives got involved in the dynamics, their main focus remained on solving Heather's murder.
One of the problems we have right now, we're not sure that the family have. The younger your son says it's you. When we showed it to him.
I'm not sure what.
The son, when we showed him the film of the person that shot her, said it's you.
Oh, my son says it's me? Hmm.
Yeah. He broke down pretty bad when he saw him. He said it was you. Do you find that odd?
No.
Wow. I mean, you think he would know his mother, right?
I don't know.
You don't
He's
know?
been in here many times and been coerced many times, so I don't know.
I don't believe I can be coerced and say that's my mama. I mean, sure, I think what you said tonight, I said, that's her.
Really?
Really. Did you talk to him tonight? I understand what he said. No comment or what?
I just don't believe it.
You don't believe he said that?
No.
Huh?
Mm.
He said right there, he said, that's her.
That's her or that looks like her.
So that's you.
Really?
Really?
He sat up there and cried uncontrollably.
He did. But he fell apart in that chair right there when he saw it. I have no reason to make something of that up.
Why would he say that?
I have no idea.
Unless he really thought it was you. I mean, you're his mama. The one that raised him. Taking care of him. Cared about him.
That's what he told us. Is he lying?
I don't know, maybe we need to go get his glasses.
Joanna's uncertainty in defending herself and long pauses before answering questions looked to the detectives like signs of guilt. Even she didn't appear to believe her own lies. They were amazed by her audacity to respond with, "I don't know," when asked directly if she had murdered someone. Was she scared that she had been caught? Or was she a mother genuinely taken aback by her son's accusations?
You care about your son, don't you?
Well, that's the dumb question.
You love him, right? I mean, I've got a son, I love him to death.
That would be a hard thing for any man to say about mom. Be a hard thing for any man to say about his mom. That's what I said.
Well, where's the tape then?
I've got the tape. Trust me. I've got the tape. Trust me, Joe, I would make that up. Did you kill her?
No, I did not.
Because we've done some backtracking. You've had time. You've got time to do it. We done run from here to where you bought the Frosty at. We ran from here to your daddy's. We measured different things. You had time. And where your son came and says you, pretty devastating. Why would you think was coercing him? Did we coerce you?
No, but I know my son.
We didn't coerce him either. We didn't.
All I did was show him video.
Now we're at the point where we'll be meeting with the DA in the morning. And there'll be some decisions made. And so this is going to be your choice now that we're looking at a first-degree murder. We don't have a first-degree, we've got homicide. We'll let that homicide definitely premeditated. And there's no way any jury would say it wasn't premeditated. So that's where we at. Any comments? Did you already know this? Have you talked to Kevin now?
No.
You haven't talked to him? He didn't come tell you? Has he been here? I mean, I'm just saying, if it was me, I'm pretty close to my mom. I'd go into her house and talk to her. He didn't go to your house?
No, he hasn't been to my house tonight.
Has it called you tonight?
No.
You know, divorce situations, they can be very stressful.
Rough, especially with the baby involved.
I've been through it.
Well, I've been divorced too. Like I said, I had an ex that took my son and put him in a parking lot while he was in the bar drinking.
Yeah, it's tough. Sometimes, I mean, it's tough. I mean, you get these thoughts running through your mind and think about how things might be and how they're going to be and what you can try to do to fix them.
Joanne, have you told me the truth on everything we said here tonight?
Yes.
You haven't lied about anything?
No, sir.
Nothing?
No.
Even if I go to prove that wrong, it's going to be sad, isn't it? Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's going to be sad. It's going to be sad. Because see, right now, you got a choice to go in To be honest, when you got a choice to go and be a liar, the lie's not gonna help you at all. I don't know where to tell the truth with it.
Heather's ex-husband, Stephen Strube Sr., described Joanna as a violent individual, even recalling an incident where she pointed a gun at his head during an argument. He also mentioned that Joanna always carried a revolver, an interesting detail given that Heather had likely been killed with a revolver.
And that's supposed to be me?
Well, the thing about it is the closest witness specifically described your nose.
My nose.
Yes, ma'am.
I wish my nose was that narrow.
They specifically talked about your nose. Okay, you have a nose that's not exactly, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, it's been broke about 3 times.
But you see how that feature could stand out?
Yeah, it would be a lot broader than that.
I didn't say this was an exact drawing. This is a witness's description of you to a sketch artist, and the sketch artist drew this. But it's basically the same facial features. Same jawline, the same chin, same nose.
I just don't see it.
Okay. Well, here's the problem.
Okay.
Okay. Your son did, your husband did.
Oh, really?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't think so.
Okay. I'll be happy to show you that they did. Okay. And let me tell you another problem. We talked to your husband.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We know you're not being honest with us about everything. Let me tell you, now's the time. Now is the time.
I don't think so.
You don't think now's the time to be honest with me?
I'm being honest. I don't think.
You haven't lied that one time tonight?
No.
Okay. You said you haven't talked to your son today.
I didn't say I didn't talk to my son
Yes,
today.
you did.
No, I didn't.
You did. You said you didn't talk to your son. You didn't talk to him. Okay. Your
No,
husband.
I didn't say I didn't talk to my son today.
Well, when did you talk to him then, Joanna?
When did I talk to him?
Mm-hmm.
I talked to him this evening.
What did y'all talk about?
I didn't say I didn't talk to him.
Okay.
What I talked to him about is irrelevant.
Okay. Okay, but you're saying you did talk to him.
But like I said, what I said to him is irrelevant.
Okay. There's a lot of things, though, that you've told us that you wasn't being truthful.
No, sir.
Like I told you, I've been honest with you since the first time we met.
I would sit there and say that, this looks like me. I don't think so.
Okay, well, let's forget about the picture.
I mean, this nose and that nose, not even close.
Very close.
Well, that's a matter of opinion.
Let me ask you a question. Do you own a gun?
No, I do not.
Did you ever own a gun? A handgun?
When I was married to my ex-husband, I did.
What kind of handgun was it?
I don't even remember. I don't own it. It wasn't even mine. So no, I actually didn't own it. My ex-husband owned a handgun.
You don't know what kind of gun it was?
I didn't get it in the divorce. No, sir.
When was the last time you saw it?
When we were divorced.
How long ago was that?
We were divorced in 90. Right after we got divorced.
Okay. Ever owned a 38?
We had a 38 and he had a 9mm.
Okay, because your husband told us that you own a 38 handgun. He didn't know where it is.
Right after we got divorced. His father-in-law has it.
Whose father-in-law?
My ex-father-in-law. So I said it belonged to my ex-husband, not me. Go ask him. He's the one who purchased it, not me.
Let me tell you what the biggest problem is. It's not that you told us a couple of lies tonight. Now you're kind of recanting. That's fine. And
I'm not recanting.
It's not that your son picked you out of the video, and it's not that your husband said it looked like you. It's not all that. Here's the biggest problem. Okay, we got an eyewitness that put this person in a truck in the rear of the parking lot just prior to the homicide. Picked your truck out, said it was that specific truck. We know you were in that truck. We also know you lied to us about your alibi. Okay, we also know the timeline, how long it takes to get from point A to point B. Point A is the target area. Okay, we also know how long it takes to get down to Wendy's at 719. Okay, things aren't adding up. Things aren't adding up. Okay, it's not looking good for you.
Well, I'm just telling you, fine. You wanna ride it with me? We'll drive it from my house to Wendy's.
We have. We know how long it takes. We've driven it. All right. We've also done research on MapQuest. How long does it take? We talk with construction companies. We know where construction is and how long it takes to get through it. We know when they were working. We've done our homework here. Okay. We came and got your truck for a reason. Okay. Well, it's the same thing I explained to you that day. This is the time.
And as I've told you,
You know how hard it is to clean blood out of a carpet in a vehicle?
I have no blood in a carpet.
I mean, it's hard to do that.
I have no reason to have to clean blood out of a carpet in a vehicle. And if you find blood in it, it would be mine. I'm a klutz. I do cut myself a lot, so.
Like I said, Joanna, there's several things that bother us here. And I'm gonna lay it all out. I'm not being deceitful. I'm not being honest with you. I'm telling you exactly what information we're looking at. Okay? There's only a limited number of people who knew about the meeting location. We know from talking to the witnesses that the person who killed Heather knew her. We know that.
And
There's
what would
only-
I have to gain by it?
You tell me.
I would be the least person to have to gain anything by
I
it.
have Carson every day.
No, I wouldn't. Why would I have Carson every day?
He'd be in your life.
What would the point in that be? We moved from that house. We're planning on moving to Arizona in a couple of years. What
Carson wouldn't be with Heather anymore.
would the point? Do you know how I struggled to keep my ex-husband in my son's life? As much of a jerk as he was?
You told me
Why
that.
would-
Do you recall the conversation we had the other day at your house?
What conversation?
The one where we sat there in your living room or in your computer room in your kitchen and we talked. You recall that? That we sat there and talked for a while? You recall when I asked you if you thought Heather should be raising this child? And you said, I don't want to answer that. And ultimately you came
I
back.
didn't say that children still don't need both parents.
Okay, that's not answering
I
the
wouldn't say
question.
that my ex-husband should have raised my son, but he still needed his father. But that didn't mean that he should raise him full time, but he still needed his father in his life. There's a difference in which parent should raise a child and whether the child still needs both parents in their life. Children need their parents, whether they need them both, one of them raising them and one of them in their life. Children still need their parents.
I agree with you. And unfortunately, Carson doesn't have but one.
So that's what I'm saying. Why would I be the one to gain anything from it?
Because you don't care for Heather. You don't think she was doing a good job raising that child. You told me this. You don't think she was doing a good job raising that child. Child was not being taken care of. Child had poop in the diapers when you were helping take care of her down at the flower shop. She wasn't a good mother. She disappeared. She gambled. These are some of the things, these are the information we're finding out. And I understand. I do. There's nothing wrong with thinking someone's being a bad parent. Nothing. And if she's not raising this child right, something had to be done about it.
Joanna's demeanor shifted, and her sudden rudeness to the detective said a lot about her. But what she did next was something they never saw coming.
Carson needed to be raised right. Would you agree? Yes or no? It's your grandson. He needed to be taken care of. And he wasn't
Well,
being
I mean,
taken
he's
care
not
of.
being taken care of right now. And that doesn't seem to matter, does it?
Who does it matter to? Does it matter to you? Does it matter to you? Your grandson, 2 years old,
No, he's 1.5.
1.5 years old, sitting in the truck, saw his mom die. Saw his mom die. Could have been for all the right reasons in the world. I'm sure it was. It needed to be done.
And see, now he's with the woman who wouldn't even babysit him.
You didn't know that at the time. You didn't know it was going to work out this way.
Who didn't?
I'm saying you didn't know. You didn't know. No one could foresee that her parents, grandparents, they would be fighting for custody like this. No one could have foreseen that.
Oh, you're still implicating that I did it. Oh.
All the fingers are pointing your way. You're the only one who fits the description. The truck seen in the area.
Yeah, you keep saying my truck, it's the only truck like this in the whole entire area. You know what? I was at the Walmart yesterday, the day before yesterday, and I actually had to take a double look around because there was actually one with a handicap tag sitting on it in Forsyth County.
I'm not disagreeing.
Imagine that.
I'm not disagreeing with you. There is more than one of those trucks out there. You're one of the few people who knew about the meeting location. You're one of the few people who knew what time. And you have the same truck. I mean, these are not coincidences.
And you keep saying someone was there taking video pictures on Saturday. Guess what? I wasn't there Saturday. I was out of town.
It was Sunday. It was Sunday just prior to the homicide.
I was at home all day Sunday.
Okay. We talk to people. We have timelines. We know what we're coming with here.
Oh, now you're saying that I wasn't home Sunday either?
No, I'm not saying you weren't home Sunday. You're not listening to me. You're putting words in my mouth.
Well, you're saying someone was there Sunday taking pictures?
Someone was there Sunday. We know that. We have a witness. We have a witness who described your truck to a T.
There Sunday earlier taking pictures.
Described this just prior to the homicide. Okay? These coincidences are they're all starting to add up, and it's not looking good for you.
Well, like I said, when you get your little blood and whatever you're gonna find in the truck, let me know. Till then.
Okay.
Although her car was indeed free of blood, forensic evidence provided critical clues. Gunpowder residue was found on the steering wheel, along with a fiber strand that was matched with a wig, further supporting suspicions that Joanna had disguised herself as a man. However, it still wasn't enough to charge her. The investigation concluded that Joanna murdered Heather in order to secure custody of Carson for herself and Stephen. After weeks of building a case, Joanna was arrested and charged with Heather Stroob's murder. While awaiting trial, Joanna reportedly bragged to fellow inmates about killing Heather, but then later claimed that she had only said it to appear tough. Well, in court, damaging testimonies further incriminated her. A co-worker recalled how, during Valentine's Day in 2008, the same time that Heather discovered Stephen's cheating, Joanna had boasted about knowing how to get away with murder. She detailed a chilling plan: giving a friend or family member her credit card to create an alibi, purchasing a gun illegally, and then destroying it with power tools and then ditching it into a lake. She also mentioned using a common car model in order to make tracking harder. Well, on May 27th of 2011, Joanna Hayes was found guilty of murder and was sentenced to life in prison, with the possibility of parole after 30 years. To this day, Joanna Hayes maintains her innocence, claiming that she had nothing to gain from killing Heather.
Prosecution used your son's own words against you.
And now he's got to live with that. Because they dangled his son as a carrot in front of him. They told him repeatedly, call your mom, do this, and we will go help you get your son.
Are you good with Stephen,
Yes.
your son now?
Yes. Yes, I love him. Am I hurt by what he did? No, because if someone told me, place a phone call like this and I'll help you go get your kid. I haven't done anything wrong. I know my mom hasn't done anything wrong. What's it gonna hurt if you're gonna go get my kid?
For him, for your son Stephen, to assist the police in that phone call. Have you forgiven him?
Yeah, with no physical evidence to put me at the scene, or no DNA to put in anything that I own. The fact that every eyewitness said no, I can't identify her sitting in a courtroom today, that it was a person who was 5'7" to 5'9". I'm 5'4", 140 to 190 pounds. I weigh 110 pounds. Never weighed any more in my life.
What do you think? Was Joanna truly innocent? Or was Stephen involved in the plan and then later betrayed his own mother? Share your thoughts with us in the comment section below. And if you think this case was horrific, well, you need to check out my video on the poor son who realized that the family friend did the unthinkable.
Walmart is helping you spend more time lakeside at the cottage this summer. Get $10 off your first 4 online pickup or delivery orders. That's $40 in savings. Just use promo code SUMMER40. Restrictions may apply. Visit walmart.ca for details.
Oh my God. Isn't that horrible? He just showed me pictures of his face, dude. Holy.
I flipped him over
I do
again.
understand.
I patted his back.
I do
banged
understand.
Him, man. I tried to wake him up as best I could. I freaked the out, man.
I get
banged
it.
him up. Get up, man, please. Please
I
get
understand.
up. I didn't do nothing.
Watch it. Stay in there. I'm not saying you did. All right? I'm not saying you did. Hey, hey.
Oh, my God.
Police and paramedics are called to a frantic scene at a Georgia gas station, where the parents of an 8-month-old infant claim he suffered a terrible accident. But the baby's injuries raise chilling questions, and the investigators will have to work their way past an extremely volatile father to find the answers.
She hasn't died. It's been hurt twice. I lose my son. I lose my freedom.
The following report is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. On the night of January 30th, 2022, police and medics in Peach County, Georgia, respond to an emergency call coming from a Buc-ee's gas station. They arrive to find an unresponsive infant and his distraught mother.
Are you mama? Are you mama? Okay.
I can't do this.
What's your name, ma'am?
Shelly Rooks.
You'll go ahead and mute
Shelly
us.
Brooks? Brooks?
I need to go. Well, we don't know where he's going to go quite yet. I'm not sure where he's going. But y'all got him. Y'all gonna be able to use the stable enough to. They're doing everything they can do right now.
Okay, how old is
8 months around about his birthday. He is about 2021.
Central 223.
What's the matter with his right leg?
The fact that the baby already has a pre-existing injury is still on the EMT's mind as they walk around to meet the child's father, Christopher Palmer.
Hey, bud.
Just, I'll talk to you next week. I don't got it off the top of my head. What is your name?
Hey, how long y'all been here?
Last name?
Not long? But what's not long? Like that? About an hour and a half or so, let's say.
So how long we been here? What was his leg? What was the deal with his leg? How long ago? It was about 2 to 3 weeks. His leg, right? He jumped in, playpen. 2 weeks ago. Okay, 2 weeks ago, and he fell out of the playpen. No, he had jumped in. Or a year and a half old. Other brother jumped in. Wrestling. No, he just jumps in and takes the bottle. All the time. Okay, and he just landed on his leg. Did they break it, bruise it? Sprain it.
So talk to us. So what was happening? So what was the call? Was he just stop breathing?
Yeah. No, he'll tell you more.
Okay, so he fell? What did he fall? How did he fall? Where did he fall? He fell on his face? What did he fall on? But what did he fall on? Did he hit his face on the ground? On the ground?
The ground or the floor? The floor in the house.
Was he on anything or was he standing up when he did it?
I was holding his seat and he slipped.
24 to 30.
So he slipped out of your hands?
Foolish.
Hey, I'm just calm down, all right? I'm sorry. Hey, Christopher, calm down. I need you to calm down.
I am calm. Trust me, I'm calm.
While the child's father tries to keep his composure, Warner Robins police officers begin to sense there's more going on here than meets the eye.
Dude, his hands? Dude, got like marks on his hands, marks. I mean, you saw the hair. They said anything?
Said that they were giving him a bath and dropped him.
Bro, that's not a drop.
And that his little brother, who's like 1, jumps in his crib and stuff and lands on top of him all the time. That's how he got all the bruises.
Bruises don't pop up that quickly.
Yeah.
kids.
No.
Baby shouldn't have bruises like that.
No, absolutely not.
I don't care if you ain't got no place to live other than the RV.
With suspicions building, an officer gets on the phone with his sergeant to explain the situation at Buc-ee's.
We got an 8-month-old, has a pulse, but it's faint. They're working on him. Looks like visible signs of neglect and maybe, I don't know, abuse. There's bruises all over the child. Child's got rash all over him. They're living in this RV. They've been up here for, they said, 2 weeks. In my opinion, they both may be under the influence of some type of methamphetamine.
All right, lock everything down. No one posted. I'm going to call the lieutenant.
All right, they're about to transport the baby to Macon.
They got a Macon you go with, it's promising.
We're locking it down. It's our RV now.
But the baby's parents don't take this news well.
Can we follow behind the ambulance?
No, ma'am. I need y'all in the RV and everybody to stay here. They're about to
You're not
transport
getting
him.
what I'm saying. Can we follow the ambulance? He don't want to see the baby.
No.
I'm going to the hospital.
Listen to what I'm saying. Everyone here, you, your husband, the RV is staying here until we tell you can leave. Yes, ma'am. No, I'm not saying that at all, ma'am.
No, but be honest with me. What does it mean?
It just means that
I know you.
my supervisor has to come out here and talk to y'all before anybody can leave, okay?
You guys might just put me down too, man.
No, sir, we're not
Yeah,
going to do
hell
anything
yeah,
like
you
that.
trust me, I don't want to be here.
No, sir, everything's going to be okay.
I hear they all time, man.
No, you're not, sir.
I'm not incapable of it, man. God damn.
What,
I mean, that incapable.
As Christopher's agitation grows, the officers discuss their next steps.
He's getting unhappy, which, what does he want us to do with him? I think we need to get them away from him.
Do what?
He's getting pissed, which is understandable. So,
Mel's getting very agitated.
He's about to start something, try to go to jail.
You won't talk. I didn't kill them,
sir.
I'm pissed off, man. Sound like I'm sitting locked up for no goddamn reason, man.
Hey.
What, man?
My name is Sergeant Wilcox. I'm one of the supervisors on duty tonight, okay? I understand that you're upset. I understand.
I'm pissed off, man.
Listen. This is a traumatic experience, and we understand
Nah,
that.
man, you don't.
Yes, we do.
And I did doesn't feel like I tried to look. And I tried my son. I think
Accidents, listen. Accidents sometimes happen, okay? That doesn't mean they're any less painful, okay? Right now, we have certain procedures that we have to go through.
Man, do you guys do something? I go to the hospital, man.
We're going to get you there as soon as we can.
I mean, I know that, man, it takes hours, man, and if I lose my son before I better not lose, I'm telling you, because you'll have to take me to goddamn prison the rest of my life.
Listen, bear with me. I'm trying to get you an update right now, okay? All right? As I understand it, when he left here, he had a pulse. I'm expecting
there the whole time.
I'm expecting good things, okay? You did what a dad's supposed to do. You did what a dad's supposed to do.
What do you need to do?
I need to make a couple of phone calls. I'll be right back.
What do you mean by
Just hold tight.
But as the sergeant makes his calls, it quickly becomes clear that holding tight is not Christopher's strong suit.
That's what it is. They automatically assume it's goddamn drugs. That man. Hey, goddamn drug. My son fell.
Yes, we did.
Because if I'm drunk, I feel happy, man. I ain't goddamn happy.
The pictures are bad. The baby had extensive bruising to the left side of his head, a lot of redness around his mouth. He had spot bruises, almost like fingertip bruises, all over the other side of his forehead, down both arms, hands, and both legs.
I don't even like y'all, man. That's off, man. We make her wait, me wait. Make my kids see this man. What's wrong with y'all, man?
The inside of the RV is pretty dadgum nasty. They've got two other children, 2-year-old and a 3-year-old inside.
What do you guys think I did this to my baby?
I'm not saying that, sir.
No, say what you told me.
No, sir, I'm doing it. All I'm doing is a job. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do.
Who's the one to fix that? If it's just that's who the pointing towards.
No one's pointing towards
bring
that.
it in my face and we'll figure it out from there.
No one's pointing.
Somebody is because I'm still sitting here.
We're fixing to have to fight Dad.
Can I make us just let me go to the hospital, man. I'll say whatever you need me to goddamn say, man. So soon as be there with my son, man.
We're gonna get y'all out of here as fast as we can.
Anyways, man, I want her now to go, man. You want to go, Shelly? Right now? Shelly?
I want to be with my baby.
Do you wanna
Yes,
go?
I do. I want to be there.
What do I need to tell you so she can go? Tell me, man, so I know what to say,
That's
man.
not how it works, sir.
It's exactly how it works.
No, sir, it's not.
If you need what you got, she can go.
We're gonna get all of y'all out of here as soon as we possibly can.
The officers do their best to keep the frantic father calm, but Christopher's impatience only grows as the minutes tick by.
I gotta stand, man. I can't sit like this.
Can you get up, sir? Can you walk around?
Yeah, you want to walk right here?
Off, man.
Sir, you can stand outside the RV here.
Man, I'm getting pissed as man. Man, you guys have to do what you gotta do, right? Can't take it. Hostage, right?
Not a hostage, sir.
Man,
Just
the
take a
f*** ain't,
breath.
man.
Just take a breath. Keep it together for your family.
Keep what together, man? You guys are with me now.
In the meantime, Sergeant Wilcox tries to find out what's going on at the hospital.
Yes, sir. Hey, what's up, Dave?
Right now, they put him straight into the operating room. They're looking him over now. I'm waiting for an update from the doctor as we speak.
All right, here's what's going on right now. Baby is up at the hospital. They're examining him now. He does have a heartbeat. He is alive, okay? They're checking on scans and all of that, okay? So we're doing good right now.
I didn't hurt him when I was twitching.
We're doing good right now, okay? Hold it together for a few more minutes. I'm gonna try and get a little bit more information. Just a little bit more information.
Man, I hurt him. I know I did doing CPR. I know I hurt him.
Sometimes when you do CPR,
no, you understand? I flipped him over
I do
again.
understand.
I patted his back.
I do
banged him,
understand.
Man, I tried to wake him up as best I could. I freaked the f out, man.
I
I
get
banged
it.
him up. Get up, man, please. Please
I
get
understand.
up, man.
Right now, the child is receiving the absolute best care possible. Macon is a level 1 trauma center.
I'm a little confused. Hold on.
Give us a minute. We're going to be dealing with y'all in just a second.
So you guys think we did it?
No, sir, he's not saying that. Not saying that.
But Christopher's suspicions about the holdup are growing, and it won't be long before he says something that escalates the situation.
You guys are holding me here against my will. Against my will. That is illegal to hold me against my will. Are we under arrest?
Sir.
Are we under arrest?
You're not under arrest.
So we can leave then, right?
Not right now.
Then I'm under arrest.
No, sir, you're not under arrest.
How can I not leave if I'm not under arrest?
My partner just explained it to you like my supervisor explained.
You guys want
There's
to
an investigation that goes through this.
Does this take hours?
No, ma'am, it's not going to take hours.
We've been here for 40 minutes. How was it going to take an hour? You say you'll be done in 20 minutes? Is that what you're telling me?
He's literally, they're finishing up with phone calls as we speak.
Phone calls, they still have to get here.
I know, and they're on the way. I can tell you they are on the way. Yes, they are on the way.
Just shoot me, guys.
Christopher may have meant that as an offhand remark, but the police aren't taking any chances.
He just told Opitz we're going to have to shoot him. But he has confirmed with me there are firearms in the vehicle.
Have him step out and talk to me.
Okay.
I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to give you a ride up there in my vehicle because it's faster. When he steps out of the vehicle, put him in handcuffs.
Okay.
Boss man, listen, my man. Hey, you ready to go?
Hospital, yes.
I'm going to take you because I can't take everybody in the family. I'm going to take you the quickest in my vehicle.
I'll stay with my family.
Okay, my vehicle's fast. We're going to get there now.
I don't care.
Look, they
I'll
need...
stay with my family.
No. Listen, they need you. I get that.
No,
Your daughter...
No, you don't.
No. Your baby, they need a parent up there to give parental consent. I need you there.
Let us go.
Then come on, let's go.
All of us.
I can only take one at a time.
Either tell your people to get here, it's important,
They're
or
on-
let us go.
I was on the phone with him when y'all had to come over here and talk to you.
You didn't have to come over.
I did have
my
to.
fault, huh?
No, listen what I'm saying, okay? When you tell my guys about something about we're going to have to shoot you and all that,
No,
we
I
don't...
said it's police shooting me down my measurements. We're sitting here doing nothing.
No, that's not the case. We're not doing nothing. We're doing